Hey guys, I'm very excited to present to you the matches that we have for today. But before we go into the games for today, let's talk about yesterday's matches. Guys, we've won yesterday's matches. We won every single match that we predicted. Can you believe that? Every single game was won. And this is our second day winning back to back. And our channel is still very new. So this is very exciting. So please remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and like this video for visibility. So let's spend 20 seconds, allow you guys to like this video and subscribe. Thank you. So without further ado, let's move into the matches for today. The very first game we have for today is from the England Premier League, and it's Bournemouth versus Arsenal. So let's look at Arsenal's record. Let's look at their form, how well Arsenal has been doing away from home. So when you look at Arsenal's form, okay, you see that Arsenal has won their last 5 away matches. This is incredibly impressive. Arsenal has won their last 5 away matches. Okay. Now, when we look at Bournemouth at home, how well do they do? They've only won 2 games, drawn 2 matches and lost 1. Now let's take a look at the head-to-head. So when you look at the head-to-head matches, you see that this is a fixture that Arsenal has clearly dominated. Arsenal has completely dominated this fixture, losing just once. So what's our prediction for this game? Our prediction for this game is that Arsenal will win or draw. So Arsenal is going to win this game or draw. And the odds for Arsenal to win or draw is 1.17. Another important thing for us to look at is the standings in the table to understand the importance of this game. Now when you look at the standings, you see that Arsenal is position 5. Right? Arsenal should be in the top 3 on the table. So they will want to do everything possible to win this match and get into the top 3. So it's the main reason why we are saying that Arsenal will win or draw this match, and the odd is 1.17. The next game we have for you guys is from the England Championship. It's a game involving Preston and West Brom. Now let's look at Preston's form. How well has Preston been doing at home? It's very important. Now when you look at Preston's form, you see that Preston has won their last 4 matches. They only lost 1 game out of 5 games. This looks very good. Now let's look at West Brom away from him. So when you look at West Brom from away from him, they haven't won a single game away from him, which is concerning. They've drawn 3 matches and lost twice. Okay. Now let's check the standings to understand the importance of this game for the 2 teams. Now when you look at the standings, you see that Preston is position 3. They really want to get to the top position and challenge for qualification into the Premier League. So they want to do everything possible to win this game by all means. Now when you look at West Brom is position 13 in a not so good form. So what that means is that this is a game that Preston will definitely win or draw. So our prediction is Preston to win or draw at 1.39. The next game in this collection is from the Scotland Premiership League, and it's Rangers versus Aberdeen. Now let's look at Rangers' form. So Rangers, when they play at home, you clearly see that Rangers has won 3 times, lost once, and drawn 1, which is a good record for a team that plays at home. Now let's look at Aberdeen. Now with Aberdeen, you see that Aberdeen, whenever they play away, they've lost twice, won and drawn twice, and won just once. Okay. Now let's look at their head-to-head. When you look at the head-to-head fixture, you clearly see that this is a fixture that Rangers has completely dominated. Rangers has won 3 times, drawn once, right? They've drawn once, and then they've basically won 3 times and drawn just once. So this is definitely a game that Rangers will win. And what's our prediction? Our prediction is Rangers to win or draw to actually win, Rangers to win at 1.27. Another important thing we have to look at is the standings to see the importance of this game for the two teams. Now, when you look at the standings, you see that Rangers is position 3. They want to be position 1 or position 2. They want to fight so hard and achieve position 1 or 2. So this is a very important game for Rangers, and they want to win this game. Aberdeen, on the other hand, is position 11. And don't forget that Rangers is playing at home, so they want to use the home influence to win this fixture. The next game in this collection is from the England Premier League round, and it's Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Now, when we look at Manchester United's form at home, you see that they have a very good form. They've won 3 times, lost once, and drawn just once. Now, let's also look at Crystal Palace away form. When you look at Crystal Palace away form, you see that Crystal Palace has lost twice, won twice, and drawn once when they play away from home. Now, let's look at the head-to-head. When you look at the head-to-head, you can clearly see that this is a fixture that Manchester United has completely dominated. They've won 4 times and lost just once. And when they play at home against Crystal Palace, they always win. So for this particular matchup, we are predicting Manchester United draw no bet. Okay. So Manchester United draw no bet at odds of 1.24. That's our prediction. It's also important we look at the standings to see what this game would mean for the two teams. So when you look at the standings, you can clearly see that Manchester United is position 9, but they believe that they should be in the top 2 position. So they wouldn't want to lose points to Crystal Palace. They definitely want to either win or draw this match. And then you look at Crystal Palace position 10. So this is going to be an important game for Manchester United, as they're expected to either win this game or draw. So the prediction for them is to basically draw or no bet. So a draw or no bet, which is 1.24 odds. The final game in this collection is from the German Bundesliga, and it's RB Leipzig versus Bayern Munich. What are we predicting, guys? But before we go into the prediction first, let's look at RB Leipzig. So when you look at RB Leipzig, you see RB Leipzig has averaged a minimum of 3 goals in their last 5 matches. This is beyond impressive. This is a top goal scoring team. Now, let's look at Bayern Munich. When they play at home, Bayern Munich has averaged a minimum of 2.5 goals whenever they play at home from their last 5 matches. Now, let's look at the head-to-head. So when you look at the head-to-head, you can clearly see that in this head-to-head, there has been an average of 3 goals in this particular head-to-head in their last 5 matches. So what we are predicting for this game is that there will be over 1.5 goals at odds of 1.12. So over 1.5 goals at odds of 1.12. That is it for today, guys. Thanks so much for today, and remember to like this video, very important. And do remember to also subscribe to this channel. And stay responsibly, and see you guys tomorrow.